Well, shit.
What are y'all doing?
This is awful.
And welcome back. We just finished watching Chucky, episode 4.
Episode 4.
And before we start, we would just like to put some respect on Oliver's name because we definitely called that man Ben in the last episode. So
R.I.P. to the homie Oliver.
RIP to the homie Oliver.
Sorry, bro.
So this episode was much better than last episode. Even though last episode did turn up at the end, I enjoyed this one way more than I enjoyed the last one.
Is it because of that thing that you don't want to talk about that happened in the last episode? Is it because we saw young Charles Lee Ray, Kill, his M.O.?
Don't say that.
Well, yeah, that definitely took me out of that episode. But it just didn't flow right to me. This one was much better. Even though this new Charles, that dude fucking with those bell bottoms and that stupid ass hair and this Peter.
Bro, it was the 1970s.
They making my dude Charles Lee Ray look like a cornball. This can't be the same dude that's out here. This can't be the Lakeshore Strangler.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
This can't be his origins.
He was still killing in the bell bottoms.
This can't be his origin. Bell bottoms and Peter Pan. This is my hero.
He was killing people.
Look, this is my guy. All right.
Man,
all right.
just get into that.
All right. So we start off with what I predicted. Jake and Lexi, they have a little back and forth, and she said what I was thinking, that Jake is a killer, even though he didn't kill Lexi. But the fact that he knew Chucky was going to kill and someone died, Jake is a killer. He should be held responsible.
Maybe I'm still alive. But that doesn't mean you didn't kill anybody at that party. Stay the hell away from me.
Before we get to that, we got to start with the beginning. I like how we haven't mentioned this yet in any of the episodes, but I like how they give you a little preview as to what's going to happen by how they form the letters of Chucky. Like the first one, it was all the doll parts. I forgot what it was in episode 2 and 3, but now this one, it was like needles and scalpels that formed the letters for Chucky.
I think it was fire. Wasn't it fire in the last one?
It might have been.
I'm picturing fire, but either way, they had the needle and they had the scalpel.
Yeah.
A bunch of those, and it turned out that Chucky had a boss ass kill. He first threw the scalpel, then he was hitting them with the needles, and he was just going absolutely ham on the side of that bed. So big up to them for that. So after we get the Jake and Lexi conversation with them coming to realize that Jake is a little fucking weird. He's kind of weird for that. Like we were talking about, did murder really justify? I know Lexi did some fucked up shit. I understand, but murder was kind of,
he didn't have a choice. There was Chucky didn't give him like a menu of things that he could do to Lexi.
Yeah,
like that wasn't Jake's decision.
It was, because he could have.
What, he was gonna tell Chucky, no, it's fine, and you think Chucky was really gonna just go for it?
If Chucky would have done what he wanted on his own, that's fine. But for Jake to, he had options.
Well, I like that he stood his ground though.
Oh, when he was talking to her, I do like that he didn't back down and just like let her put all the blame on him, because she was doing a good job. I was wondering like, damn, Jake, you gonna say something? Like, say something, my guy.
Say something.
And he did that, so kudos to him.
Let's talk about this detective real quick.
All right, go ahead.
She is awful at her job.
So bad.
She sucks at her job. First of all, I know we have said this every episode and you told me to let it go, but I still can't let it go. That these are middle school kids.
Uh-huh.
And she goes and just tells her son who is in middle school, all of the details of
of
her
the case.
job.
Why
Like,
does he need to know that?
you shouldn't be telling anybody because you don't even have the proof that you need to convict anybody. And the first person you go tell is your teenage son. Like you suck at your job. What do you think he's gonna do? Of course, he went straight to Jake. It was like, my mom thinks it's you. Like,
So if
he
Jake
didn't say
was,
those words.
so what if Jake was the killer? Now she's a step
That's what I'm
behind.
saying. Like, her whole cover is blown. If Jake was really the killer, now he knows that she's onto him, and now he can get smarter with his kills.
Certified garbage. The parents fighting, that was kind of intense because now it's like you kind of get that whole neighborhood vibe where they know all the business and stuff. So he's saying slick stuff about her, like y'all let Lexi do whatever y'all want. And he like, man, you trying to push your son to do all this stuff, reliving your glory days. Like you can see how they talk about it. You can see how they talk about each other when they're not around. Because those are some shots you've been waiting to say that, huh? How long you been holding that in?
I was kind of on Lexi's parent side just a little bit, only because Junior's parents was giving them so much shit. Like, you're not perfect either. Your son was at this party.
Yeah, but you know, he didn't organize it. I don't agree with their parents at all. Their child sucks. Their child is the reason for all of that. We get the Lexi and Jake team up, and I kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was here for it when they went to the house and they going back and forth. I kind of like, like we talked about earlier, Jake standing up for himself. But then,
right, because Lexi was coming on heavy to him.
She was getting his ass.
You sent that doll here to kill someone? He like, nah, I didn't send it to kill someone. I sent it to kill you.
You, specifically
because you are a bad person.
You dressed up as my dead dad in front of everyone.
I know, but still, there's gotta be something really wrong with you to want to kill somebody.
But I didn't want to kill somebody, all right? I wanted to kill you.
Jake.
Because you're a bad person. So you treat everyone around you like they're nothing, you just expect them to take it.
Stop it!
I wanted you to die. But not because there's something wrong with me. It's because you fucking deserved it.
And I'm like, hell yeah, Jake,
get in that ass. And then they had Chucky coming in the shadows and shit. I was like, okay, let's go. And we know he wasn't gonna let her fall. Like, there's no way. Now I would have been shocked if he did. Now that would have been if they wanted to fuck us up, they would have let him drop.
That would have been the end of story though. Where are they gonna go from there?
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to fuck it up, if they wanted to fuck our heads up, they would have done it. But I like the scene with Chucky trying to convince him. And
then Lexi pissed me off talking about, why didn't you tell me it was that bad? Like, why does he need to tell you to stop bullying him? You know what you're doing.
Right.
And even if he told you to stop, would you have stopped? Like, that would just give you more ammo. If the person you're bullying is like, please, God, no.
Right.
She would keep going.
But that raises my question. Did Jake go too far? If we would have saw Chucky say, hey kid, you're gonna take me over there, I'm gonna slice your throat, then okay. But he didn't. He didn't. Chucky just, gave him the push, but it was already in him. So I'm not gonna put all that on Chucky.
He had no other options. Chucky was in his ear talking about he was gonna kill her. Lexi was in his ear talking about my sister wants your doll. It all just fell in his lap. He ain't had no other choice.
You want to know how he had a choice? Because it was premeditated. That man was in the garage playing with knives and stuff, acting like he was gonna kill her. This man is a psychopath. So after that, Chucky is then picked up by this detective dude who was just like a goof. The goofiest dude ever, takes Chucky all the way to, first of all, he stops and gets something out the vending machine, just wasting time. Like, what is that? What was that for?
I guess they trying to do that whole play on cops. Like, all they do is sit around and eat donuts.
Yeah,
because he stopped at the vending machine and he went in the room and he was eating all her treats.
Yeah, so. That's true. So I guess, yeah.
It was kind of stretched out, like drawn out, but I guess that's what they were trying to do.
And then again, I'm actually more surprised at the fact that Chucky's just killing people like willy nilly now. You know what I'm saying? Like the maid, just for him to just kill her in broad daylight like that, I know he's a killer, but that legit shocked me. Like if he's really trying to like hold up in this place, why would he just drop a body, like making it hot around himself like that? You know what I'm saying?
Because who's gonna believe that it's him?
I know, but even I guess he don't give a fuck about it. Yeah, I guess he just going with wherever else the dog land, huh?
That's what I think.
All right, I guess I'll go with that. It just seemed I'm just surprised at the bodies that he's catching. Like he just killed that cop like right there in the middle of the hospital. Anybody could have walked in at any given time, and he's just right there in the hospital.
Yeah, so we get some more of the backstory in this episode, going back to our friend with the bell bottoms.
Whoop-de fucking do.
So after he killed his mom, the cops just thought it was the strangler or whoever was on the radio, and then he went to a boys' home, and it showed him like being real good with the kids or whatever. So I guess was he trying to gain the trust of the other kids, or did he really like hanging out?
He was being Peter Pan, but
I know, but I'm saying
he was definitely trying to set them up for kills.
Okay. So then that janitor, he walked past him, and the janitor talked to him a way he didn't like, and then janitor had to go.
Splash a little water on his shoes. I guess Jake would have probably tried to kill him too. Splash a little. Splash a little. That man splashed a little water on your shoes, and you killed this man.
Lexi did a lot more than that. Okay.
I'm just saying he splashed a little water on
Charles Ray was just deranged.
And tomato.
So then he's reading Peter Pan to the kids, and then he takes them out on an adventure. He leads them out to the woods and shows these children that he done killed a janitor, chopped his hand off, and made him into Captain Hook. And what did he think was going to happen? Did he think it was going to be like the time that he met a killer?
That they were
just going to join in and be excited?
Technically, one of them did, which turned out to be Eddie Caputo, which was the guy who left him at the beginning of the first Child's Play movie. And Chucky eventually went and blew him up. Because Eddie Caputo was on the run. Because that's why Chucky was trying to watch the news. Remember, he was looking up about Eddie Caputo still at large and shit. So he went and killed him. And that was a nice homage, or kind of like they grew up together, or they're going to eventually link back up. So Detective Bad at her job is now illegally interrogating this minor.
That's her name, Bad at her job.
Yes, Detective Bad at her job is now illegally interrogating Jake without no parental consent, nothing. Just even if he just like confessed right now, you wouldn't be able to use it because he's a minor. You don't have no permission to question him, so he could just confess right now to you, and there's nothing you can do. Now you got to go build a whole new. You still got to build your case because you can't use that confession. So.
She sucks.
She sucks. So she's like getting in Jake's ass. Basically, she's accusing him of murder and saying, if you know who's done it, then tell me that too. She's doing both.
She's trying to get a confession out of him.
She's coercing him.
Did your dad hurt you? Is that why you killed him?
Yeah,
she didn't say that why you killed him, but that's what she's implying.
Yeah, she said, did he hit you? Had he been hitting you? Like, yeah, basically.
And was Oliver bullying you because we know what happened at his party and blah blah blah.
By the way, that's like the worst theory that she could have came up with, seeing how she's seen the video of Lexi doing it. So if anything, it would have made sense if he was trying to kill Lexi. What evidence do you have of Oliver bullying him, other than probably what the kids say?
For her to try to pull a confession out of this kid who is the same age as her son,
just
like that, just like as a mom, you don't think like I would not want anybody doing this to my kid. So let me not do that to this kid.
He's a middle schooler. Like I'm telling you, they think
like her at all.
Not at all. Not even a look. I don't like her. I don't like her son. So, Chucky unplugs Caroline's machine, and everybody goes crazy. Right before Jake was about to say it's Chucky, that alarms go off or whatever. So she, thankfully, they plug her machine back in. Chucky, right before the end of the episode, Chucky gave all three of them the finger. So now Devin knows that he's alive, because Devin was right there with them.
Yeah, because Lexi had already said it to him, but we don't know if he's believing her or not. But now he got confirmation.
Now he got confirmation. So I'll go first. My This Is Awful was young Charles. They turned him into a Peter Pan, fucking Lost Boys fairy. What? This cannot be my king.
Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king?
This can't be my king right here. And also, though that kill, I was with them until the blood started rushing out his fingertips. Like what? How did that happen?
How you get blood coming out of your fingertips?
How you do that? How you do that? Like
it came
that?
out his ears first, then we saw it coming out of his nose, then his
And then
eyes. Okay, we can kind of get with all of that.
But his fingertips though, like
underneath the fingernails.
How that happen? How you do that, bro? You cold if you can do that.
My This Is Awful. When Jake and Lexi was back in the house and Lexi was about to fall, you mean to tell me that Jake's arm is that strong to just hold her there in the air while he decides whether or not he's a killer?
Why Chucky giving that long ass speech?
Right. And then once Jake decided that he wasn't gonna let her go, once he started pulling her up,
he did it so easy.
No, but Chucky was hitting her feet. So if he's hitting her feet as Jake's already pulling her up, that means he could have already chopped her.
Oh yeah, well I think he didn't have enough. Like I ain't never seen Chucky jump like that. I was just amazed at that right there, that Chucky was jumping like that. Like they're getting better at the animatronics and like the camera switching from a real person to the doll. Like they're getting better at it, like way better than what it used to be. But
yeah, well, there's no way Jake was just holding that girl there in midair.
Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no fucking way, boy. Like, come on, man. But look, so that was our review of episode 4. Tell us what you think in the comments. If you haven't already, follow our Instagram, this.isawful. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We just hit 100 subscribers over the weekend.
Hey.
Woo. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And got anything else, babe?
I don't. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.